Do you want to intro us this time?
No.
You don't know the intro. Welcome to Dead End Convos, the podcast where we will never agree. This week, guys, we still have Rob running 3 episodes strong since his comeback. And, of course, myself, Mary Grace. So I have a hitter to start this off with.
A hitter? Is it about the horizontal lines?
No, but this is making... Okay, so we're going to a Halloween thing today at a campground with... I had to get the drink with his other son. That makes it sound like you have other children that nobody knows about.
Your brother.
Yeah, but I am in horizontal lines because I'm Ness. We're Nintendo characters, and I'm Ness from I don't fucking know. And
Mario.
I really look huge on camera. Like I look double your size.
Perfect.
I also am getting bigger because all week I was eating like shit because in an office people were ordering lunches every day.
It's good for the financial crisis. It's good for the financial crisis.
There you go. We want people to hear about that. All right. So I have like a hitter of the beginning, and I was going to call and tell you, but then I was like, oh my God, we're recording this today. Have you gotten a phone call from anybody at the campground? Because last night, Paul, Jen, Devin, Sean, and the kids were all there. Did you get a call from anybody that stayed there last night?
No.
Oh my God, Rob, do I have a fucking story for you, buddy?
Was there a fight?
It's worse. And
Worse?
Devin called because she wanted to break the news. I get it. I'm that way too. I call immediately to tell everybody. So I was going to call to tell you, but then I'm like, no. And then I was praying to God no one would call you because Devin wants to tell everyone.
I talked to Paul today, but he didn't say anything.
That's because he knows. He apparently said, thank God Mary Grace wasn't here because she's been waiting for this moment. So last night,
Oh, somebody attacked him and you weren't there to be.
So last night, Devin, this all comes from girl Devin, which I believe. She said that they were sitting like around the campfire, the 4 of like the adults, the kids were all asleep. And they saw these police officers going around and like looking like in areas and like all around. And they were like, that's fucking weird. And they kept like coming and looking. And you know, Jen, which usually I'm like, why would you even ask? But it was good that she asked. So they asked them what they were looking for. And they said, have you seen a guy carrying like this big guy with no shirt on carrying something? And they were like, no. And this is a day before Halloween, or not Halloween, but the Halloween festivities.
Dressed like it.
Did you not hear the description I just gave?
You described more like a Sasquatch, a hairy man.
I described it as like a crazy person, but okay. Where'd you get it from that?
I just don't like
Anyways, so they were just like, whatever. No, we didn't see him. Whatever. Devin said, like, time went by. Tiny, which is their dog, Jen and Paul's dog, which is a small dog. He's like 25 pounds, was like growling and barking. Mm. And then they were hearing other growling. Mm. And they turned.
And the guy was growling.
But he was out. From my understanding, he was standing like out. Like he wasn't like on their actual campsite. It was like they're staring at them. And Devin said that he like kept looking and staring at them and was contemplating coming over there, which Paul didn't have a gun with him, which is like, come on. Isn't that the point of like being able to have guns?
Yeah, but you just have a knife.
Well, he didn't have anything. So he picked up, which it was so funny hearing Sean and Devin's different responses because they're both betas as fuck. And me and Paul, I would have been the alpha there for sure. But Paul like picked up that's all he had, the fire poker. So he picked that up, and Devin, the way she was talking about, she's like, and then Paul picked up the fire poker. And I'm like, okay, we get it. Like, you're into Paul now, weirdo. And then Sean, it's just funny because then Sean was super impressed by Jen.
Sean ran for the woods.
Sean was like, well, I think Jen saved the night. And but Devin, it was just funny because Devin was like all into Paul picking up this fire poker. And then Jen, I guess silently, nobody heard her. I actually still don't know how she did it. Called the police and said, the guy you're looking for is over here by us. Like, come here. And I guess that they like came and I don't know if this is where the story got a little blurry. I don't know if the guy continued on his way or if he saw the cops coming and started going. I'm not sure about that part. But anyways, they didn't see the ending, but they found a lady who told them that the guy or man, I don't know, that the guy ended up getting tased and brought away. So then they were wondering where he came from. Was it a and I'm like, he probably is a creep that's there for the Halloween festivities or not, or he's there with, no, probably though, because that's what the whole weekend is. Weirdos. That's why I don't like, and I never have, the one fucking singular like teenage or 20-year-old boy that will put a mask on, but he's alone. And he walks around and tries to scare everybody. And I'm like, this is like, it's not funny because I get it's Halloween, but like this is actual serial killer behavior. Because it's weird. So Sean goes, I know it sounds like we're making it up because he was standing there. He goes, but he was like 6'5". He was like the Hulk. And I was like, and then I said, well, if I was there, I would have sent the two shortest, Sean and Devin. And Devin's like, And Sean's like, I'm not shorter than you.
Distract him.
I know. I said, kick his kneecaps out. I said, someone get the fire poker and somebody I said, Jen's got hands of steel. Bring some logs with fire and start throwing them at him. So anyways, yeah, everyone was like, thank God Mary Grace wasn't here because I would have went off. Also, do you know what's really funny? In my bag, you'll be happy to know that I carry around with me. It has my my claws in it. Yeah. So I just started ripping, but it sounds like this guy was probably wouldn't have hurt him because it sounds like he was on drugs.
Let me get my cat claws on and then you put them on.
Oh no, my bag would have been right there. I just would have grabbed him out. But I'm saying if somebody is on, we don't know the status of this guy. We don't know if he was just crazy trying to scare people and like he's actually just like fucking crazy. We don't know if he was like on fucking bath salts and like was so out of it.
Bath salts? You mean you took a bath?
You don't remember that being a thing when the guy was eating the faces off of people?
I remember, but it's
anyways,
weird.
my point is if it's drug induced, it's scarier to go after somebody because they like don't feel pain.
Did you use Irish Spring soap and it's got you all in a lather?
That's not a salt. That's just a soap.
Just like,
what the fuck?
Go back on Dial or Dove. It'll make you more pleasant.
So what would you have done?
Salts.
What would you have done? Would you have been with the paralysis of the that's what Sean was like, I felt like it was good that we were calm. I'm like, but you had no plan. Had you looked around even to find something? Like, I understand. I'm not saying attack the guy, but like at least Paul and Devin was impressed.
I would have probably run and done the upside down double headlock with the legs and taken down.
I would literally fucking die. And then I was like, why didn't you guys film this guy being there? And then if you would have done that, that would have been crazy. No, what would you have actually done for real in real life?
I don't know. I'm a little non-caring of my life right now, so I probably would have chased him or something.
Oh, you're suicidal too.
No, I'm just kind of like whatever.
Yeah, that's the beginning of it. Been there. Well, whatever.
But if I was dressed like this, that would have been even more impressive.
More embarrassing, but I'm not sure.
Jumped.
I think what I would have done is probably because of the guy's size. Like, it was some girl, I would have gonna fucking taken her out.
Oh, so now we're backing off of being
No, I'm being genuinely, I'm being serious. I'm not gonna act like I do a double handspring.
Shadow punching with your nail things on.
I would have grabbed those from my bag for sure.
Right.
I would have sat there, and I will say I would have gotten with Tiny provoking him. I probably would have been like, can you get the fuck away from, especially if I was drunk. I don't have patience. Like, that's why Paul said it was good I wasn't there, because I would have probably started provoking the guy. And then Paul and me would have to defend all these freaks because Sean's frozen, Devin's frozen. Jen, I don't think, Jen I feel like is a good one. Jen's probably been in fights in her life.
If the two little mushrooms would have been dressed with their outfits.
Yeah, those two would have just been like, oh no. I guess Devin said she started trying to get Tiny to stop barking, and then everybody told her after that was a bad idea because they thought it was like intimidating, which I agree with Devin, because if you have like a German Shepherd or like a Rottweiler, let him fucking bark. But Tiny, like, he will just get smacked with one iron pole and be done. You know what I'm saying? If I had like a dog that could fuck somebody up.
The guy had an iron pole.
Oh yeah, I guess they found out it was an iron pipe in his hand that he was carrying, not a child.
Oh, that's like.
Oh, if I thought he had a child, I would have for sure gone at him.
Clue.
It was Hulk in the campground with the iron pole.
With iron pipe, right?
Yeah.
Or the wrench.
It wasn't I guess I don't know. Sean said an iron or a pipe. I don't know.
The iron pipe, that's one of them.
No, but see, this is the thing.
What if you just had the little one from the Clue game? Little iron pipe.
No, I don't think so. The thing.
Well, I think it's good.
But the thing about this that makes me mad is that because I can go through a lot of scenarios in my head, which I would in that moment when I'm sitting there. Because, like I said, one is this guy like just on so many drugs he has no idea what the fuck's going on. But now
lathered up.
Ew. If you're into that, if 6'5" man lathered up
with bath soaps,
salts, Rob. And I actually don't know what they do. Do they snort them into their heads and then eat people's faces off?
No. I thought you were just supposed to take a bath with them.
You have a bunch of bath salts.
Yeah, they're very enjoyable.
That's nice. I don't really know what you do with them, but anyways, the second scenario is that I guess there can be a combination, but he clearly, if he had a pipe, was out there to hurt somebody, is my point.
Or he was a plumber. But was lost
He's
his
like,
way.
ugh. Yeah, maybe his toilet was broken.
Yeah, maybe he was looking for his trailer and you guys just
I wasn't
didn't
there.
get it.
Wasn't there. This is a story.
All right, this story was exciting, but let's move on.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I really want to figure out what I would do.
I think we live in this society where there's creeps all over. And that's good that they saw a guy in a campground because the campground's not safe.
I don't like that he was there.
Moral of the story. Doesn't matter if it's Halloween or not.
These fucking dogs. I can't stand when they do this shit.
Oh my God. Can you believe the dogs are a problem?
You're the one
here?
that wanted all these dogs.
Yeah. Dogs are a problem.
I honestly, no, it's so bad for the audio because I just have to keep it in because we keep talking because we refuse to stop. And then you just have dogs in the background barking.
Well, what can I do about it? They're dumb dogs.
Okay. All right. Anyways.
That's a fight. A small battle.
They want us to open the door. Nico does this to get the door open. Let's just be quiet for a second so I can cut this out. All right, so picking back up.
I lost what I was going to
Shut. You never have anything. You just fuck with me all the time.
So we installed the doggy door very professionally.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean you did. I don't know why everything. I'm not involved in everything. You act like I was at the campground.
I like to make sure you know the dogs aren't really mine, so I'm trying to say we to keep it all like as a family of dogs that I don't really own. So we put in a doggy door. It's in. Really nice. Now we need to train them so they can do their doo-doo at daytime without people worrying about them.
Yeah, we need a camera out there, though, too, that can get hacked. I don't like cameras. Jen and Paul have cameras everywhere. They love that shit.
Hacked? What, somebody go watch the dogs?
I don't know. They'll know when we're not home. They were watching. They're like, they look safe, guys.
Number one, number two. Went number one and number two.
That actually
Perfect.
would be kind of nice. Maybe we can find a hacker like that.
Dog sitting hacker.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll steal them when they're out. That'd be good.
Okay.
Sad, but good.
You're fucked up, dude.
Maybe the big guy will come take him to prison with him.
That's actually really scary. Stop tying all these stories together. So the door.
And then he'll steal the Caprice Classic at the same time. Drive away in it.
I feel like these are all inside jokes. Nobody knows what you're talking about.
It's just everything that's.
Why don't you tell the story about the Caprice Classic?
I already did.
When?
Oh,
there's no way. You haven't even been on this in so long. There's no way. The Caprice Classic, which is because a lot of people, if anybody's a female watching this, they have no idea what you're talking about. Or I guess I don't. And it's
an old car from my grandma. When my Mini Cooper broke, I took the Caprice Classic.
It's from what year?
1991, I think. And
Okay.
I bought it from my uncle because I had spent too much money on the Mini Cooper and it broke.
For some reason, he charged you money for it.
Yes, we had to pay for it through the
fucking weird
through the family's honor system. We paid. Then I fixed it up and it was fine. And they had told me that it had really good tires, this one and that one and the other one, and then I had a blowout.
Who are they? Your
on the
uncle?
highway. Yeah, they
said, sold you on the car.
They said this one and that one will be replaced. They don't do all four tires. They do one.
Wait, your uncle's like, Rob, this has nice tires. You're gonna have to give us.
No,
some
it didn't
money
say
for
nice
this.
all the way around. He said this one's newer, that one's older, this one, and then not all of them, right? So I was going 1,000,000 miles an hour down the highway by Bridgeport, and I had a rocket ship blowout.
Then why do you act like you don't know what I'm doing when I blow my tires out?
So I blew it out, and I was on the side of the road, and I got got new tires. So
this wasn't really
in an act of niceness, I let Sean use the vehicle in Detroit.
He let Sean take the vehicle to Detroit at his homestead.
Condo.
Yeah, I guess it's not a home.
And Sean left the car on the side of the road where he lives as a parking spot.
Which, in his defense, well, I mean, I've parked my car there before. Okay, well, I have, and it was fine.
In his defense, it's a street.
So you're saying not in his defense?
Not in his defense, and not in my defense. I actually noticed that there were broken glass at every spot about where a window would be.
That's probably where my tire got fucked up.
All along, you could see that there was a pattern of glass, not at the curb, but out in the road about where somebody's windows would be. So that I should have thought about, but I didn't. And Sean parked it out there. And remember now, Sean's a mobile worker at home almost looking out the window at this car.
It's called remote, not a mobile worker.
Remote. But he doesn't care. He was a hard worker. He's not shuffling around in slippers or whatever.
He's certainly not driving, though.
He's not looking out the window other than at the...
Sean doesn't drive.
So my Caprice Classic, which he's using, gets broken into by some...
Probably
guy.
6'5" shirtless man with an iron rod.
And the guy is, it's 10 in the morning, so it's not dark. And Sean's working away, and the car is being beat up.
Wait. 10 in the morning. Sean's on LA time. He probably wasn't awake. It's 7 a.m.
They smashed the window, and he's in the driver's side mangling the steering column. He's not on the side where the key is, which probably that would tell you that he doesn't know what he's doing, because you got to put some screwdriver or something in the key. He's just beating the crap out of the steering column. And then that's over with because he can't start it. And the cop, so Sean goes downstairs and sees that
I thought the cops had
the cop is there with a tow truck driver starting to haul away Sean.
Wait, how much later was this, though?
It's probably an hour later.
Oh, I thought it was like the next
day.
day.
Hey, that's my car. What are you doing? And the guy's like, well, it got broken into and we're taking it away. So then Sean calls me up and said, car's broken. Take it away from here. And I'm like, okay, like it's a normal thing. So
I would do the same thing.
Had it tow trucked home, and now it's sitting out there. And I tried to take the steering wheel off to get down to the broken parts, and it's a real. You
should return it to your uncle and tell him that it doesn't work.
We want $500 back.
Yeah, tell him that you don't want it anymore.
So then, for a minute, I gave Sean another car, which I don't know, and then I got it back and turned it in. But
no, the
really
worst
risky.
part is that Sean.
But he has another parking spot. That's actually
the whole time
secured.
he had another parking spot.
He could get another parking spot. That's secured.
I thought you meant he had one. The worst part is that after that happened with Sean's car, Sean and Devin still allowed for Devin's friend. Wasn't it her friend?
Yeah.
To park in the same location, not tell her, and the same fucking thing happened, obviously, to her car.
The worst part of it is
they did it again.
The cops know that the fucking shit's happening, and they don't go sit there for a second inside of a car and say surprise.
Bro, but do you not understand how like dangerous Detroit is and how much shit is going on?
This is one douchebag guy.
Like nobody's getting but nobody's getting like murdered.
Should our episode in the next couple times include me having gone down there, and when he sticks his hand in my window, I'll just leave it down.
Stay in the mic.
I'll just leave the window down so he doesn't have to break it because he won't know the difference.
I'm sure he'll know you're in there.
No,
when he sees
I'll put some
giant
plastic
body.
on the window. And then when he
you're
does
gonna get
that,
smacked in the head with a fucking iron pipe.
When he does that, I'm going to drag him into the car.
Dad, you can't though.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm more physically able to do that than you.
You want to come then?
Kind of.
We could use the van.
Wait, should we be talking about
Yeah, this guy doesn't watch our podcast or anything.
Well, it's not about him. No, you're admitting to a crime. Like if somebody ended
a crime. This is
This is where you don't understand the law.
No, this is
vigilantism does not mean it's legal. No, it's not legal.
If we dress like this, you bring your little plastic baseball bat
that Nico's ate. Did you see how it's chewed up?
But my biggest problem is that
we will not be doing this.
I get policemen doing jobs, but I don't understand when there's an easy solution. One guy breaking into a billion cars on one little road that's only 2 blocks long.
I believe the Detroit police are understaffed and they have
I'll tell you one other thing.
I mean, they're not like a small.
I don't care.
Okay.
It's a known. If you go there every week to investigate a broken window, that's fucked up. You need to go and you need to solve the problem. It's a simple solution. And they used to have a small police station thing, whatever you call it, satellite station, in that pizza place restaurant.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, you do. Right there. What's it called? Across from Sean's place.
Never seen it in my life.
You just were there
the other day.
Well, don't
say the name of it because then people know exactly
where Sean
lives.
I'm talking about? The place.
I don't, but you don't say the name of it.
I'm not going to, but you just
It's not going to help me anyway.
Bocce ball place.
Oh.
Yeah, right there.
That's not a pizza place.
Whatever.
I would never call it a pizza place.
They had a satellite station in there, so they're looking the wrong direction too. I find it absurd that they don't do their job. Sorry.
I didn't know we were going to have a crime episode. This is amazing.
Mm-hmm. And I should go down there and do that soon. So maybe I will.
All right.
And it'll be good to see him get his
Okay.
pull on his arm and have him smash into the like thing, and then he's like flailing, and have that on camera.
But you don't think that people probably carry weapons that do shit like that because they don't care? Yeah, I do.
Screwdriver to be able to try to ruin the steering wheel, but what else is he carrying?
I thought he didn't have a screwdriver because you said he
beat the crap out of my.
That sounds like an iron. It sounds like everyone just has iron pipes now. Yeah, okay. I don't know if people have access to tools anymore. Because, I feel like there was a more productive way. Especially Sean wasn't going to come out.
The movies, it'd be like he sticks his arm in it and you stick your knife right in his hand. And you stab it so that it's stuck to the door side. And then he's like, because that's the best way to end that. Is right. Where he's thing and he's yelling. Mm-hmm. Then you call 911. So I was just in my van and this guy tried to come in here.
I was just sitting here in my van and then this guy's hand came in and I had a knife and I stabbed it to the car.
Van lifing a little bit and he came in here. That's right. Somebody used to do it. That's like when we had the Drew's car broken into in California at the tourist attraction beach thing.
This is a whole crime episode.
Yeah. And these little kids, whoever or whatever, come and break the window and steal all your stuff. And you go down to the sheriff's station and literally Officer Louie, because I remember names.
I always remember the name of the people that fucked me over too.
Comes around the corner.
I don't like finding out when we're similar. Hey. Yeah. Hey.
We go in to say, hey, we need to do a police. Comes around the corner with Oreos and milk. No shit. And he's like, that happens a lot down there.
Yeah, bro, it's their job.
Oreos and milk?
You act like they're vigilantes. They don't give a fuck. That's what the problem is.
Well, wait a minute. Oreos and milk was stereotyped. Cookies and milk for a cop.
It's
donuts. But he didn't have any. So you got it packaged. It's the middle of the day.
I mean, like you don't have a good Oreos and milk ever
I haven't lately. I haven't had milk for a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
It's good.
But the worst comment that a cop can make is that happens a lot down there. Because that means you're stupid. Like if you know... Again, go sit in a car with the dark windows and see somebody smash into it and round up these little... Because it's only a little group of people.
I know, but you have to think of it from the perspective of the
cop. Where are you going to go with this that they can't do their job? Like, tell me what I'm saying that's not up to... Come on and tell me.
Can I talk?
B.
What'd you call me?
You look like a bee.
I look fat as fuck, that's for sure. I mean,
Come on. Don't go off the subject, though.
Well, you're the one who went off the subject. I have to make sure the camera doesn't shut off, too. Hold on, let me see where we're at. We have a couple of minutes. The reason that you need to understand is if nobody's... don't interrupt me. If nobody's getting murdered and insurance...
It's bullshit.
I'm not saying it's not bullshit.
I'm not interrupting you. I'm telling you.
I'm not saying bullshit. It's not bullshit, but I'm saying they have cases that take precedence.
I don't give a fuck.
Also, if they know that they're not going to have to deal with it, it's going to be insurance. It's going to have to deal with it.
Stupid.
They don't care. They just don't. I'm just telling you.
First of all, that's
I'm not saying
stupid.
Right or...
Second of all, the legal system on all the big stuff you're talking about is crap. It takes way too long.
Of course it is.
When they announced a few weeks or months ago that the Boston bomber kid, who's been in jail for about a lifetime almost already, like 8 years, is in trial and he's still deciding if he's guilty or not. Our system's screwed up. So that's a guy.
That lady, that Casey Anthony lady, was her name Casey or the kid?
I think that's her name.
Yeah. She got out or is getting out and they're doing a documentary and now she can because
it's bullshit.
No, because she was whatever. I don't remember what she's convicted on, but clearly not what actually happened because she would still be in fucking prison. No, she's making it. They're making a documentary, and this shit pisses me off because she's still alive. If she's dead, go ahead, but she's still alive, so she's gonna get sensationalized, and also she can admit to anything she wants, and nothing can happen to her because it's already been tried. So they can't go back and be like, "Oh, you said this." Now.
So what part of any of this do you think is okay?
That's the most.
No,
that one's the most. Kaylee was the little girl. Casey is
big stuff is the small stuff is trickled down from the big stuff. Oh, now it's okay that a guy just breaks everybody's windows when they're out getting pizza. Oh, hi, policeman at the pizza station where I'm getting my dinner. Oh, hi.
I don't know if many
while
people
you're
have
eating your
pizza
and looking out the front window at the main road, people are breaking into the fucking cars over here. If I was the businesses, I'd be like,
I know, but this is where
security guard, get this shit over with. I know,
but this is something logically that you struggle with. It's not the emotional aspect. I understand
logically.
Yeah, no. I understand the emotional because you're very unglued.
We're going.
but the
We'll dress like bumblebees, both of us.
logical. But we'll switch the stripes.
We'll have big stingers, and
You didn't think
we'll
that was
both
fun? You didn't think that was
sting
funny?
his hands when I
Ew,
pull
gross.
him in.
I'm not. Ugh.
Yeah, no.
I'll use the cat claws. I'm gonna dress like the cat.
Yeah.
Ew,
Catwoman.
that's weird though. Do they date?
You can jump
Does
out.
I don't know anything about those series.
Date who? Bumblebee?
Catwoman and aren't they
Batman? I'm not gonna be fucking Batman. Or we should drive. We should drive the Caprice down there. I'll get it fixed and we'll drive it down there again. He'll get a second chance.
Oh, he'll love to see that thing sit.
Plenty of room to lay down.
Maybe we can put a sign that says "Hop in." I don't know. I think that my point is that you're unglued. I am too, but you don't understand like the legal because
you have let it corrupt you. I'm sorry.
The whole force. No, because
Yes, you have. If you don't think a guy breaking somebody's window,
no, you're not understanding.
It's just insurance. Bullshit. I'm out here with a
No, I'm telling you why
I'm
they
out here
don't
with a
care.
car that
I'm not
doesn't
saying
have
I
that
don't-
kind of insurance, and it's sitting here. It's got mouse holes in it and mice in it because it was sitting there because I couldn't get it
How many cars
fixed.
do you have with squirrels and mice in it?
Yeah.
What
The
the
one
fuck
you took and turned into a camper wagon.
Which was beautiful.
Episode number 1 or 2.
See, you finally spoke in the fucking microphone.
Whatever.
Did you hear that?
I hear it, but I don't like it.
When you speak into it.
I don't need to be captivated by
go.
one thing. Okay.
But you don't understand when your audio's all over the place. I have to turn your audio up, and then in some places you're really loud, and then other places you're not. And the only way I would take the
It's
time,
accentuating it.
the only time I would ever take the time to edit through audio is if we were making money. But we're not, so I'm not gonna fucking go through and edit out an audio issue.
All right. Well, this is a nice discussion, but let's move on from crime busting. To
Why?
something
No,
else.
I'm you haven't let me get my point out yet. That you don't understand the logical, like judicial portion of it, of the fact that if you go to court, like the whole thing is set up.
No. I'm gonna
I'm
tell
not
you.
getting to. I'm
Guess-
the one drinking, and I haven't
Guess
got
what
a thought
happens?
in yet.
Guess what happens when we went to court the one time with Elizabeth?
Nothing.
Worse than nothing. We went to court because
I
Liz
think
got
you've told
crashed
this story
into by that
before.
douchebag guy.
I feel like you've told this story before.
And
We've
that judge-
already started repeating stories,
Really?
which is not good. Yeah.
I don't remember
The car
that.
wash story was already told as well.
What car wash?
About me with the car. It's not crime. Relax. About me working at the car wash.
Well, yeah, because you don't know what you're doing, but it's okay.
Okay. Anyways, we're starting. I'm pretty sure this one has been told.
It's the same thing. It's bad judicial shit all the way along.
It is.
End of story.
It is set up
Fuck. Yeah.
as that one
As the stupidest
but
process
that one's
ever.
that one's like an exception on it, and probably whatever.
What? Wait a minute. What's the exception?
So, like, for instance, this stupid fucking lady that everybody knows killed her daughter, Casey.
Everything is about
She-
that. Sensationalized
So,
shit.
no.
The news will be covering
Bro,
that.
you're
She'll
not
get
letting
money.
me finish a
I'm
thought.
not going to. Move on to a new topic. We're done with Casey Anthony. All you're doing is promoting
Anthony?
her.
It's Anthony.
I know who she is.
Casey Anthony. I mean, no. I'm not going to say it. We can't just keep admitting to things on here. But that lady... I was
Move
ready
on.
to start doing some vigilante shit when Brian Laundrie shit happened. And where were you? Where
I
were
hated
you?
Brian Laundrie
Well, why didn't we get together on that?
because they were searching for him. And we
No, I would have found him. I would have found him
okay.
because that shit pisses me off so bad. I would have found him because I can't. So, anyways, all right.
I'm sure there's more of those
All
going
right,
on. in
there's
your
tons of
very
that shit.
backyard.
Maybe I gotta join my boy Dog. However, Dog the Bounty Hunter, I listened to this interview with him, and then there was another bounty hunter on it. And they were saying how, as everything in life has, it's become really difficult to, like, it used to be kind of like the Wild West.
You like Dog?
I don't like Dog. I'm saying the idea of a bounty hunter. I'm not talking about Dog specifically.
Did you know Dog's wife passed away?
Yes, I did know that.
Oh,
Ew, what is happening right now?
well.
You're a fucking weird person right now. I don't know what's going on. My point is that I was learning about bounty hunting, and he was on the interview with another guy, and they were saying how in their time, because they're like your
It's
age-ish,
changed.
maybe a little older.
They can't do it as good anymore.
No, it's not them. They're saying that to become it now is like near impossible because when they did it, it was basically like, no, it was Wild West, like no licenses, like the shit. You just go and basically prove that you can do this. And then they're like, we love you because the cops can't do it because of all the legal shit, but you can.
Yeah.
And then now he was saying like, you basically just can't because you'll be like put in prison. Basically, if you do what we did
Touch
when we
somebody,
started,
grab somebody.
you would be put in prison, you're not going to be like granted this
Right.
license certification.
Licensure.
Whatever. That word sucks. You're not going to be granted any. Probably certification is more of the right word, anyways. You're not going to be
licensure.
Whatever. You're not going to be granted those things.
A license?
Oh my God, just shut up. I don't know if it's like a license even. I'm just saying that he was saying that it's like everything in life now, how there's red tape on fucking every single thing. And before it used to be like you kind of just did what you wanted and then you either made a mistake or you didn't and people like slap on the wrist. Now it's like really dangerous to even get involved because like you could be doing something right, look good, so, like ethically, but legally get in prison basically for the things that he was doing in like the 80s,
like vigilantes and like
basically he was
hand
saying
in and stabbing him in the hand,
right? But yeah, basically he was saying that it was much easier then and that it's a pretty dangerous for yourself, like what's going to happen to you legally thing to get involved.
I know, but just handcuffing a guy's hand when he comes through your window to the steering wheel and then getting out
that's not what you said. You're
getting out of a car that you don't care about and then calling the cops and just letting it be a decoy car.
I mean, I don't know. Get a hold of the cops, see if they're into it. They might be. Maybe they'll replace the window.
I'm not going to get a hold of the cops. I'm going to call them when it happens. I'm going to tell them it's all going on.
The handcuffing is probably a better idea than stabbing you. I'm not kidding. You'll end up in jail and like it'll be stupid because like why should that's what deters me from wanting to be a vigilante is that why should you put your own life incarceration for some fuck?
You have to wear an outfit that's black, all black with a mask. You can't get caught.
I mean, I feel like it certainly doesn't feel that way. It certainly feels that it's pretty easy to get away with stuff, but
you'll have to watch Death Wish 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
That's a vigilante
I'll watch that
movie.
to prep for our Detroit thing. Anyways, all right, let's get off of crime. We're not going to hurt anybody. This is all for fun and game.
I think your thing's going to fall down, but...
What? This?
Pretty tippy.
What?
Your microphone stand. All right, come on. How much more time? Let's go.
I mean, just it's like you're fucking with me. I mean, that took up way more. I thought it went way more places than I thought it would. What a beautiful topic. This is the first thing we've ever agreed on. Let's give a round of applause to that.
Disagree. We disagree.
Well, we agree to disagree. I don't know. Now I'm fucking thrown off because I didn't expect this to ride into all of this.
Oh my God.
Okay. Well, I can tell you something funny, but I'm trying to think of how to tell it funny because I have it written down. Don't look because it's written fairly legibly. I was running with Nico last weekend in that neighborhood that we used to live, or the condo one.
Yeah.
And so I started always. There's this nursing home, and I always run around it. It's like this thing.
Do you do that as a way to just impress the people that you're actually out?
I run as fast as I can past them, and I'm like, ha ha. Mm-hmm. No, actually, it's really sad. There's one room that I want to tell everyone, don't let anybody go into that room because I've seen 3 people. No, I haven't seen them dead, but like I've seen that they've died. Yeah, in this one room specifically. Anyways, that's not the point of that story. But we were running around as we always do, mindlessly. What makes them start barking? It's Nico, obviously.
Amazon.
But no, it's Nico. He jumps at Pippin. But we were running around mindlessly because I don't really think because it's our route. I know the route. We come around the corner, and in the back of the nursing home was this giant, like, it was like a petting zoo and like a kids, like to get like families there basically. And it was literally like goats, llamas, lamb, like sheep, whatever I could have gotten one for you. Sheep, like all of these fucking animals. And then like it was all like fenced off. Like, and so I ran around the corner and then I was running through like face paint. It was the most awkward thing of my life. And I just kept running and everybody was looking at my dog and I didn't know how to get out. So I went to like this direction. I went to this direction because they had fences up. And then I didn't want to bring him by the llamas because I thought he would scare them, or alpacas, whatever they were. I think they're alpacas. They were tiny. And so it was really awkward. Was basically it. So I haven't gone back over there since then.
Did they think you were part of it?
I don't know, but it was very uncomfortable because we just shot around the corner and we were fenced in with a bunch of other animals and it was very, very uncomfortable. That's the whole story.
If you would have had a costume on, that would have been perfect.
Yeah, I would never run in costume. That'd be weird.
If you were thinking of being a entertainer at the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what the next thing I wrote down is. Hate that. Nico.
Oh, dog story?
Another dog story. I'll just jump right to that one because it kind of feeds into this one. Great guy. You know what I'm saying? Only person that's there for a spinster. You know that?
No.
Oh, yeah. We went to the cemetery to see my mom's cemetery, or I meant whatever it's called, grave. And then I sat down next to it and I let his leash go because I do that, and he was running around. And then I was a little crying. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. And then he came back and just sat down. And he just sat there and sat there. And he didn't move. Sat there for like 5-10 minutes, which is not like him. That's how much he cares about people. And you want him to get stolen out of your backyard.
Just for a while.
Why?
He's a bother.
No, he's not. He's great. I actually think that you like Nico a lot. Like almost a little too much, maybe.
No. I don't really.
All right.
I don't mind him on a casual relationship, but I don't want him being in my house. He did a lot of stonework out there, throwing a lot of stones.
Yeah, he does enjoy those stupid stones. Oh, yeah. Heidi called me and was talking to me about all of that, the pea stones. She was talking about the whole episode. She said she went to the vet's office and she said they had appropriate size stones outside of their place and that she was going to text you a picture of them, which I wish she would have.
Appropriate size stones that a little kid would take it and throw it at the window. So you don't.
So I'm going to tell him the story. Because I almost did last time when you brought up the fact that the window could have broken. I don't know if you're ready for it.
I'm not. I want people to leave my shit alone.
It's fine because everything's obviously fine.
Move them away.
So when Disco Girl, which is my cousin Heidi's dog, Ruby, and Breakfast Boy, which is Nico, were running around outside doing their dance. And Ruby is a little clumsy. You were not. It was your headphones you'd left because you were so out of sorts at this point. And Heidi and me were just sitting on the couch. Disco Girl fell, and she fell hard, and that giant window bent, but it went right back into place. And Heidi and me, Heidi goes, "This is why you save money." She goes, "We could laugh about it. And then I could pay for it." But I was like, it doesn't matter.
$750 maybe.
$750. That's it.
Maybe it's $2,000. How much do you want to spend?
I mean, honestly, I don't know what I thought it'd be, but not $750 in this economy.
That's probably $1,000.
That's still not. Never mind, Heidi. We'll fucking break the window ourselves next time. Anyways, yeah, it was pretty funny because you were like, if I put the other stones in, they'd break the window. And we saw Ruby fucking like the window was like bloop, bloop. Really good.
Flex.
Yeah. Is that something you looked for in a window?
It is.
Well, that's good because I can definitely tell you that thing can fucking bend. It had her whole body bent into it like a shape. And we both just were like, and then it was like, doop, doop, and then she got up and did what they do where they dance together.
Dumb.
I mean, she fell. It's just like a big girl falling. You can't get upset.
Something that's not necessary in life. Any of that. The synchronized dog dance, the falling in the window, the ruining
but
the
in
stones,
the texting,
barking,
Heidi
the pooping, the eating, the everything.
Just being alive.
Pretty much, from my
So I think you're depressed. Me too. But I think that maybe you should see someone because it sounds like you're not doing
I know
well.
who I don't want to see.
Heidi?
The dogs.
Yeah, but that's not going to help you. It's exposure therapy, and that's what we're doing for you, is to help you get through your problems. Yeah, it sounds like you're depressed.
Okay.
It's okay. Me too. It's fine. But anyways, so talking about being depressed, I watch the show Teen Mom a lot. They're old now. They're like my age because they've been on since I was in high school. And I recently...
That's pathetic looking because I saw one of them up there today.
No, that's a different one. But
whatever.
That one's even
Wafy.
sadder.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not sadder. I actually don't care about that one that much. I just watch that like when I'm bored. Teen Mom, the first one, has people literally from when I was in high school. Like they're like my age. And I cried because we've watched Gary go from a little fucking twerpy teenage guy, you know, like having a kid, and he's like a big guy, and he was like, I don't know, just a fucking, well, he was like 17. Everybody hated him, you know, you always hate 17-year-old boys. Who likes a 17-year-old boy? And now he's like in his 30s. He's like the primary caregiver for his daughter. And then I literally cried. His dad that he thought was his dad forever, they got like word from the mom, this stupid mom, that basically it's probably not your dad. So him and this man went, and I was crying the whole time. They went to go do a DNA test with each other because this is the guy he thought was his dad. And this man, it's his only child. Gary's his only child. So he's taking care of Gary forever. They went in. Gary's 30-something. Went in. They did the fucking test. 0% chance. And I was just crying because this old man was so upset. And Gary was upset, and he was like trying to make jokes. But this old man's whole life was dedicated to Gary. And he thought Gary was his son. Is that not the saddest shit you've ever heard?
No. I don't care.
I care a lot.
Do you know what's sadder than that?
No.
The lady that got her 2 children eaten by the pit bulls 2 weeks ago. Okay. You want to talk about sad?
You are so fucking...
Did you not see the story?
But that's like different sad.
They had 2 pit bulls.
That's like a tragedy.
Don't interrupt me now. They had 2 pit bulls for 8 years.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Then they had children, and they were 3 and 1. And the dogs decided it was time to eat the 2 children in the yard, and killed the bigger kid, and then went after the baby. And the mom threw herself on top of the baby. The baby's dead too.
Well, yeah, the mom threw herself on top of her.
And then the mom got all chewed up by the dogs, too, because pit bulls don't stop for anything.
This is very controversial. People try to be like, pit bulls are loving. They
were loving for 8 years.
They're trained to be that way.
Big fucking mouths like this.
Well, the thing about pit bulls, I'm just going to be 100%.
Any dog that's mean.
No, but I'm going to be 100. There's certain breeds, and I'm going to be 100% honest here because this is factual. I know people don't love facts, and they all want to be like, pit bulls owners make them who they are. And that may be true sometimes. But unfortunately, especially after getting my dog, I started reading a lot about different breeds. And I read a lot about pit bulls because I was interested in that. And it is very clearly in their blood. They're trained to fight. They are fighting dogs. Mm-hmm. And so to deny, it's like when somebody owns... And I'm not saying it's all pit bulls. This is very controversial. But it's like if somebody owns a fucking like monkey, like that monkey that ripped that lady's face off. Like you have an animal that has a temperament in it that is natural in it. It's not its fault. Right. The pit bulls they were bred for years and years and years and years to fight. So they are naturally a more aggressive breed than majority of breeds. Even like a German Shepherd is, but they're bred to protect. It's a different breeding.
I'm just telling you, back to the original
I know, but I'm
scenario.
just trying to say that unfortunately,
Gary and this old man.
No, but these are not.
That's fucking. Who cares? Those guys are just whatever. This is.
You don't think that that's sad? These are different. Says you're telling me like a tragedy, like a horrible thing. I'm telling you something that's just like sad.
The guy that was told back when Gary was,
I'm not trying to compare these things.
Whatever age he should have gotten the test back then.
Didn't exist. I don't know if you don't know that DNA testing didn't even, I can't talk. DNA test, no, it did not exist until like late 90s, and then it progressed from there.
Okay, so late 90s, it's fine. Get your test then.
You're kind of a bad person right now, and I don't know why you're comparing that story to this story. They're just so different.
Because those are idiotic stories. They're dumb.
That a man raised somebody thinking it was his kid his whole life, and then he was like,
who cares? It's just a kid. It's just like having adopted him. Go ahead and raise him.
You can't in your brain for 1 second fathom how sad that would be in your brain just to find out that like everything you thought was a lie. It's not that you don't like the person anymore. It's just like that would fucking like rock your world. Are you serious?
It would rock your world that the teenage mom made you think that.
I don't think
back
she
in the
was
day.
a teenager.
I thought the fucking story is teenage
no,
mom.
Gary is the teenage dad with like in my group.
Oh.
It's his dad. I don't know how old they were.
She's
when
a
they
hussy.
Exactly.
Conniving hussy.
Okay, you've said a lot of controversial things, but I can't disagree because what a fucking hoe. Why would, if you know that, why do you do that shit to people? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Money.
Well, that's what they were making jokes.
Care.
Like Gary was like trying to make jokes because he already knew before the guy because he got the results. So the guy came in and he told him and he goes, and then Gary was like, I don't know, maybe you can get a refund on like child support. And he was like trying to make jokes about it to make the guy feel better. And I was just like, oh my God, this is so sad. This guy's world is just shattered. That's shattering. Are you fucking serious? Because that means the kid that is Gary's, Gary has a few kids now. Those are not actually your grandkids either. Like this life that you have is not yours.
I get that in terms of biologically, but if you've raised him, it's like being adopted and it's just fine.
It is, but you're acting like it would have no effect on you. Because he didn't think he adopted him. It'd be different. Like when you know what you did,
it may have an
different.
effect on him, but it doesn't have an effect on me.
That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. Also, Heidi, this is switching topics again, but Heidi wanted to look up a video because she was interested also in how you can blow the skin off of an animal. Mm-hmm. I told her, don't worry, if Rob sees it, I'm sure he'll get you one. I hope they take you in customs and then put you in incarceration with that video.
No, it's true. It's a real thing.
She said she would also like to learn to do that.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
Yeah.
I don't believe you're going to see it.
Not anymore.
I don't know what that means.
Well, it was in the village, and there's not many people.
It's like a
village.
tour, and you get to sign up for either the blowing off the skin or the stoning of the lamb, and you're like, I need to see it stoned. I can't do the blowing off the skin.
There was a lot of people in the village, and they were actually doing like real things. Now it's like just more of a couple people there. So
it was a lie the whole time. He was never going to see it, Heidi.
A lie? No, it's not a lie. I probably have a photo of it.
No, I meant it was a lie that you were going to go see this and learn how to do this the whole time.
Oh,
it was a lie.
I might get to see it, but I don't know.
Oh my God! All right, you're not.
I don't know how you find out about it.
Tour guides.
Tour guides.
Yeah, the blowing off of the skin.
It would be a good one.
No, it wouldn't. I thought about the more that I've thought about
it. Shoop, 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 and it went pop, and he went whoosh, took it off like a jacket. Which is basically what it is.
Oh my God. It makes I don't even have a reaction because it makes everything hurts right here in my face. It hurts. That's disgusting. Well, anyways, Heidi was interested, so I'll talk to her about it, not me.
She sent me a copy of it. She said I was going to throw this in the fire, but I kept it because it said how to butcher a lamb, how to raise.
Did she send it in a group text?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, she said she texted you separately.
Maybe it was a group text. I can't remember.
No, maybe it was a group text. I don't know. I fell asleep really early last night. I have a lot of texts. You guys had a group text with me in it, and then there's text from her. I haven't read any text from last night yet. It's probably
on there.
I fell asleep very
But
early.
I told you I found the butcher to do it for $125 in January. So I'm going to have... I don't know if we have to go coax it in to the van or if the guy will drive it down the road.
I'm sorry. Are you talking to me as if I'm going to go do this?
Yes.
No, I
Paul
will not
said
be
you would be a good one to get him.
Yeah. No, I'm a better person to bring to Detroit for the person than I am for this shit. No, I would take it home. It would be, it's not even a joke. It would be living here. It would be a resident. Maybe it can learn to use the little...
the door?
Yeah. Aww. Tiny little lamb. No, see the problem with you have to go and get it. And actually, I will go with you because I'm going to watch your face be unable to do any of this. Because have you pet a lamb in your life?
Yeah.
Recently?
A goat.
No. I mean, I don't know how you don't know they're different animals.
I do.
Have you pet a lamb in your life?
Probably in Greece, yeah.
You don't remember. You're going to see this fucking thing and you're going to touch its fur and it's like a little cloud. Because I actually recently pet a lamb like a couple months ago.
Delicious cloud?
No, you're not. I mean, it's just, I will go with you to get it just because you'll have the butcher appointment set up and everything and you'll be helping that bitch get out of Dodge because there's no fucking way. I will go with you to get it.
Okay.
And I'll film the thing because you will totally not be able to go through with it. I'm telling you, don't even understand. They're so innocent and nice.
Gary and his fake dad.
It's like on the same level to me because it's like all innocent, right. Sad, like these innocent, sad scenarios. Yeah. Okay. This lamb, like they do nothing. They just stand there.
We got to go.
Okay.
We got to.
All right, well, I guess that's a wrap on this episode. We're gonna have to record a couple.
We gotta leave. We're supposed to be over.
We have to record a couple next week, because Rob's going to Greece and we are gonna be behind at least one episode. I think I have one extra episode currently. Are you paying attention?
Elizabeth's getting Spicer's donuts and cider.
Tell her to get cider, and we don't want to be captain. Tell her to get captain. All right, well, we'll see you guys. Captain Morgan spiced rum or any spiced rum. Okay. Goodbye.
A ladle. Can we bring a ladle?